Oh God, please don't let the yawning curse be today. No, no, no. It's me, Jacqueline. Welcome back to Dreams with Music and Makeup, or if you are new around here, hello, I'm glad to have you. Consider subscribing if you are into beauty videos, as that's generally what we get up to around here twice a week. Tip Tuesday, and then one longer video towards the end of the week. If you guys are excited to hear about some products that I'm just kind of over, that I'm getting rid of from my collection for one reason or another, you're in the right place. That's exactly what we're talking about today, and these things are just not earning their place in my little collection of things. So let's get into it right now. This one makes me sad just because this was discontinued and reformulated. This is the original number 7 Lift and Illuminate foundation. As a YouTuber, there's just no real reason for me to hang on to this when you guys can't get your hands on it. I do have the new formulation version as well, and I think it's pretty nice, so there's no reason for me to hang on to that. Sticking with complexion products, I am also decluttering the L'Oreal Infallible New Full Wear Concealer. This concealer, while I think it is nice and serves a purpose, because of that fragrance, breaks me out every time I wear it, and I'm too scared to reach for it. This was a hair product I attempted to incorporate into my routine, but it smelled gross. Like, ugh. It almost smells like they tried to add some cucumber scent to this, but weren't successful. It just smells kind of rotten. This is the Joico Blonde Life Brightening Veil UV and Thermal Defense Multitasker. I didn't realize at the time that one of the hair products I'm already using as like a volume booster is also a heat protectant. So I didn't actually need this. I think it was weighing my hair down and it stunk. Unfortunately, I don't have anything positive to say about this product. I didn't notice it brightening any of my blonde either, so it was just a dud for me. I am decluttering any of my aluminum. I am going the natural deodorant route. That started several weeks ago and I forgot to let you guys know, especially since I epilate my underarms. You're ripping the hair out at the root. That follicle is then open, like sometimes it even bleeds. You know how it is when you get waxed or something. That's just how it is. I don't feel comfortable spraying aluminum that close to my lymph nodes. So that being said, there's a couple that haven't worked for me. One of them being the Yes To Charcoal Detoxifying Deodorant. This one is scented like lavender. It smells really nice. If you've gone down this route, you may know it just takes a little bit of time to kind of find something that jives with your skin chemistry. And this one just didn't do it for me. It's kind of one of those clear, sticky, balm-like deodorants, so I wasn't a huge fan of that to begin with, but it just didn't provide me the protection that I need from applying a deodorant. It's not that complicated. This is a terrible trend that I cannot understand. There was a bonus offer on Ulta.com where if you made a minimum purchase, you would get a miniature size Fix Plus, a MAC Fix Plus setting spray. I only have a full size now, so like that would be nice to travel with. So yeah, if it's no additional cost, like yeah, I'll place an order for something I was gonna get already. When I received my order, I got this with this tiny little perfume sample of Fix Plus. This is not going to be effective as a facial setting spray. Are you kidding me? What do they think we're actually going to gain out of this? You can't access your whole face. You're going to have little squirts probably if it's anything like a little perfume atomizer. I didn't understand that. And then it happened again on Sephora's website with Makeup Forever. Mist and Fix. And it's the same thing. It's just this itty bitty little, I don't understand, but I'm really frustrated that they can get away with that level of false advertising on specials. End of rant. I believe this was based off of Emily Noel's recommendation. Compare this to the Hourglass Seamless Vanish Stick Foundation, which I am yet to try because it's quite pricey for like 1/4 ounce of product that you'll go through pretty quickly. I wanted to love this and I could not. In any way I seemed to apply it. Even when my skin was seemingly normal and doing great, it just seemed to really cling to dry patches and not give enough coverage where I needed it. It just was one of those bad products for me where I couldn't get enough coverage, but I also couldn't get the consistency and the skin-like finish that I wanted. This was a recent purchase for me. Physicians Formula display was on sale and I saw the new Butter lip balms. And this has SPF 20, I believe. 15. This is a nice glossy finish. It has the same kind of scent. Actually, okay, it's kind of like a rotten version of that scent, but anyway, maybe it's just too pineapple-y for me. There's so much sunscreen in there, it's like I could taste it. I could taste the sunscreen and all the like chemical fragrance. I was actually wearing this in the last video I filmed for you guys. I was so miserable because it kept migrating into my mouth and it just tastes like poison. I thought the color was absolutely stunning, but it's not worth it. This one makes me sad. The person who recommended this was Mel Thompson, and if you've ever seen that woman, she is my girl crush like every day. That girl is perfection. Like her bone structure, I just want to do makeup on her so badly. That's the inner artist in me. She's stunning, but the first thing I noticed about her was her incredible eyelashes. And she said that they're all thanks to this serum. The results spoke for themselves. I wanted to give it a shot. I ordered this new lash serum online. It's a really pricey item. I did start with the small size. I was trying this out initially and I thought that I was doing it wrong because I wanted to apply it during the day because I tend to have watery eyes at night when I'm asleep, so I didn't think this would stay on. There were several times when I used this that I would notice that like my lash line or my upper eyelid would swell and it would be kind of inflamed and irritated and no isolated spot that was worse than the other or anything like that. It was just along my upper eyelid. I started to think, I think it's this product. After taking a break from it and letting everything return to normal, I restarted using this product to try it again. I spent a lot on this. I really wanted it to work. I was really determined to have Mel Thompson's eyelashes, dang it. I continued to have the same reaction. My skin just does not like this product. It does not react well. This I hinted at on Instagram the other day because I posted a basically makeup-free selfie. I had a tiny bit of concealer on my inner corners. Not that my skin looks flawless in that picture, go see for yourself, but I mentioned that it had been about a week and a half, 2 weeks since I tried a foundation. I filmed with it and I had the worst reaction to it. I couldn't trace it back to anything else. That was the only new thing that went on my entire face that day, and I was just covered in breakouts, like hairline to chin, my entire T-zone, from small ones to big ones to just, oh, it was gross. It was awful. That's the worst reaction I've gotten to something in quite a while. And it was in reaction to this Wet n Wild new Photo Focus foundation stick. I was really, really excited about this product. I always read these things. There is no castor oil in here. There's none whatsoever. I have checked it like 6 times. There is coconut oil in here, which is not something I normally put on my face. The Makeup Revolution Fast Base Foundation Stick was really creamy and had nice coverage, but it felt disgusting. And I thought this would be a nice compromise because it claimed to be a more dewy natural finish and full coverage. I loved how it applied. It looked beautiful. It wasn't necessarily long wearing, but I'm too scared to revisit this because the reaction on my skin was so detrimental. It really did take like 2 weeks to go away. And all the spots that you see healing in that picture were all from that day. This is another popular new concealer, and this is from another affordable brand, so I feel kind of guilty about this one, but this was just too dry for me, and frankly, I think I got the wrong colors. This is the e.l.f. 16-Hour Wear Camo Concealer. I cannot get this formula to look okay on my under eyes, like not even decent on my under eyes. And granted, yes, I have fine lines. Yes, I have some dryness under my eyes, but generally speaking, I can use a matte concealer. I just have to kind of play around with how. And I couldn't do it with this. Light beige turns very, very yellow, and this light sand is just an incredibly light peachy color. So unless I bought something medium, which I think we all know that I'm not a medium depth in anything, I can't really get a color match. So I'm not sure I really want to be recommending something that has me shooting into the medium range to get something anyway, because that's not diverse enough. Moving on to something that is not bad, that is just not getting any attention in my collection. This is the CoverGirl True Blend Super Stunner palette. This is a beautiful, beautiful product. I don't want to downplay that. I did accidentally drag my nail through one of these, but you know, life happens. It is absolutely stunning. It is a little bit powdery, but these are just very, very reflective, beautiful highlights. I am not using it. It reminds me a lot of my Anastasia Glow Kits, but guess what? I already have those. This is going to go to someone in my life who will actually love it and nurture it and get some use out of it because it's stunning. The Stunner palette, I mean, it makes sense. I have a drawer full of highlighters that just bring me so much joy, and that just happens to not be one of them. Physicians Formula Spotlight Illuminating Primer is just not something that I'm using anymore. I tend to either use a dewy, luminous foundation or target my highlight in areas with a powder highlight. I'm also going to declutter my Revlon Instant Cheek Maker. I made a whole video about this. I will link it for you if you have not seen that already. I did a full wear test over several days and gave you guys my overall thoughts. While I don't think this is a bad product, I actually think it's a pretty great product. It's just not an extended long wear style of product. Just don't find a need for it. It was fun for a video though. I hope you enjoyed that. That was a really fun one to make. The Revolution Beauty or Makeup Revolution Reloaded Division palette. I also have a video or two with this palette. It is a wonderful value for the price. I believe these palettes are $7. One of the duds in here I would say is this guy here, this kind of white pinky duochrome. It just doesn't work very well. It's kind of chalky. There's not enough pigment there. Otherwise, I think it's an overall really decent palette. It just isn't seeing any action in my collection because I do have colors that are similar to this from brands that I'm more comfortable with the formula and that I'm more familiar with. They take less building, and so for that reason, this guy just doesn't really see the light of day anymore. This is something I'm getting rid of and something I felt necessary to discuss with you because so many people I find seek out this tool or things like it, and it is absolutely a terrible idea. This is one of those blemish clearing tools that you can pick up at like Sally's or a beauty supply store, Ulta, even the drugstore, I think, and they have little loops on the end that are designed for you to like press down and release a blocked pore, and it's just not a good idea. It really ultimately leads to scarring because you don't know what you're doing. I would just encourage you to leave that to professionals. Start with exfoliation in gentle ways, masks, things like that. Maybe get yourself a microdermabrasion machine. I have a video about that, but there are gentler ways to clear your pores that don't involve pressing and breaking the skin, and not to mention the cross-contamination if you're not sanitizing each and every nook and cranny of this between different portions of your face. Don't do it. A nose strip every now and then never killed anybody, but please do not use mechanical methods of removing your blackheads. It will lead to severe scarring if you are unlucky. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. These are all things that are exiting my collection, whether they're finding new homes or things like this that it should be just like melted down into nothing, but you know, I don't have that much control. I hope that you guys learned something from this. If you did, please let me know down below. That's really helpful for me. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day or evening wherever you are. I hope you keep dreaming. Please subscribe before you go if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.